Hey guys, how you guys doing? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I just got home and yeah, it's kind of gloomy again outside, and look at what I decided to do, put a flower on. How about that, right? So I'm gonna do a video. This is not to offend anyone or to make anyone feel bad. I think we can all learn from each other. I live in a city in California, and I have seen really some bad extensions, weaves, wigs. And I am no way an expert on hair. I'm still learning, and I'm learning how to blend and how to put the right hair, to make it big, full, and all that stuff. I'm all learning. It's all on YouTube. I'm doing research and little stuff, Googling stuff, and that's my research. Googling stuff and trying to figure out what works. Because we all learn. That's how we get better at things. So the city I'm in, I've seen some really, really messed up weaves. I mean, oh my god. Just horrible weaves. So there's been a tag going around. I think it's the weave pet peeve tags. But I'm really not going to call it that. I'm just going to talk about what I've seen and the things that really bug me about this whole weave things. Weaves are great, and they make your, if you know how to do them correctly, they make you look great, and they protect your hair, and they help you change your style without really changing anything about your hair. You could feel like brown today, like I am, working the brown, or you can go out there and get red, and you don't have to do anything to your hair. You can just put it on, put a little of your hair out, and you got red. So that's the whole thing about weaves and wigs and all that. But some people have totally just messed it up and have gone out there, and I don't know if they don't care or somebody's not telling them that something's going on. I would think as a friend you would let somebody know, hey, you gotta be a bad weave or something, can I fix it for you with something in that line, in a nice way. So I'm gonna just go have the list of all the things that bug me about certain weaves. Okay, the first one. Keeping your weave in so long that it starts to mat, kind of like this hair. I'm going to get into this hair. I mean, I'm really disappointed. Anyway, it starts to mat, and you see like blanket stuff on it. It's all dried. It's stuck in the same style. Basically, if somebody did like a ponytail, they just wrap it up in that ponytail for months. I mean months, to the point where it's dry. I mean, that does not look good. And people start noticing, like, wait a minute, is your hair dirty? I mean, come on. Another thing is when I see people having weaves that don't blend in well with their own hair. It's like having natural hair, and why the hell are you going to put, a silky straight hair? I mean, come on. You have to find some other texture that would work well with your hair. Right now, as you can see here, I'm getting a little growth, okay? When I'm getting growth and when I'm like post-relaxer or whatever you call it, I tend to get curly hair because that seems to work. And when my hair is not relaxed, like after a month and a half, my hair turns kind of brownish. So what I do is get something brown below it to make it match well. A lot of people don't seem to be doing that. They just put on, I like this, I'm putting it on. No, you have to think, you have to plan it out, and you have to think about it. How is that going to look with your hair? Or you can even try it out and see in your own home, or let a friend tell you how it looks before you go out there and, start looking crazy. It just does not look right. And, the whole thing about weaves, extensions, wigs is that it's supposed to blend with your hair where people can't tell. When I'm from a distance, you almost cannot tell whether this is mine or not. Until I get closer, you can say, oh, well, I see a little something there, that might not be hers. But they have to kind of try to guess, and maybe not, maybe yeah. That kind of thing. But you don't want the world to know, hey, that's not hers when you walk in. Another thing is tracks showing. See, tracks. It's like hair hanging out like this. What is that? Come on, people. Another thing is having hair that's so thin, you're like, can't you buy more packs and put the hair to look fuller? That's what you want. You want your hair to look fuller, not thin. It just looks weird. Another thing is just wigs. Wigs can be great, and you have to really know how to blend your own hair with it, especially like lace fronts and that type of thing. But looking like you just put a hat on when you're wearing a wig is not cool. come on, it's not cool. It just looks, and you know, I've noticed that when you put on wigs like that, they make you look older. So you gotta put a little bit of your hair out somehow. You gotta figure it out. Another thing I wanna bring up is also forgetting your own hair. Some people just think just because you have a weave or a wig or whatever, you just forget about your hair. And I don't think that is horrible. You have to at least do something with your own hair as you're going along, even if it's a weekly thing. If you have a wig, okay, take it out and deep condition your hair and put oils, seal, and all that great stuff, and then put it back on. Don't just leave it there and your hair mats and dries up and starts breaking, and then you wonder why your hair is not growing well. Another thing is, if you have weaves, keeping them in too long can be a problem, because at one point they do break your hair as well. So people will say that weaves are great and they help you grow your hair, which is true. Protective styles do grow your hair because leaving your hair alone is really the key. But if you leave it in too long without touching it or doing anything to it, you might start getting hair breakage, especially in the back hair. Like mine is breaking a little bit, but it's not because of that. It's just, I think I've done too much manipulation like in the back area. So you guys, I think that's the video. That's it basically, and I'm just curious, what are some things that you can't stand about weaves out there? Please let me know. I'm curious to hear what else you guys have seen out there. I mean, I know there's many more, I'm missing some, but so let me know what it is, and bye guys.